Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Michelle, and today I will be sharing our family subjects for the 2022-2023 school year. So if you're new here, I have a 9, 5, 2-year-old homeschooling my 9 and 5-year-old. My 9-year-old will be in 4th grade. My 5.5-year-old will be in kindergarten/1st grade. So these are the subjects we do together. So the first one is a big component is we do Torchlight. Last year we did Torchlight level 2. I'll leave up in the cards above my review of it, but it was one of the favorite curriculums we used this past school year. So of course we will be doing level 3, which is innovation inquiry. So we do not do every aspect of Torchlight. We do the read alouds. I get a lot of the books from the library. There's very few I actually purchase, but we do the read alouds. We do the history, which is Curiosity Chronicles. We do not do the science or the writing aspect of it, to give you a clue. So we take what we want and use what we want to use and don't use what we want to. So some of the things we'll be reading for that are some resources I picked up. I'm really excited. We'll be doing Shakespeare, which my kids, we did a play last year where we wrote our own play and they had so much fun with it. So I'm really interested to see how they like Shakespeare, especially at this age too. One of the other things my 9-year-old will be doing more independently. I'm sure my 5.5-year-old will help, but this is the Book of Innovation. So during certain weeks you have kind of assignments to do. So week 2, you get to create your own game, and there's a little outline of how to do that and how to create it. And then throughout the year there are different challenges to do. So one week you're going to write your own play, and it's got the outline and everything for that. Now with Torchlight, I only print in 6-week increments because we do the SAP scheduling, 6 weeks on, 1 week off. I do that because if for some reason we decide we don't like an aspect of it, I didn't print the entire thing out right away. So I saved myself on some ink and paper there. But again, I can take that Sabbath week we have off and prepare the next 6 weeks. So I'm not preparing the entire year, I'm just preparing a certain chunk of time. But I think the girls will really enjoy doing that together. So with Torchlight, the history suggested is Curiosity Chronicles. We did this last year. We did medieval times and it was great. Middle Ages was awesome. So we will be doing snapshots of early modern history, volume 1 and volume 2. Now we'll see how the history schedule works in Torchlight because I think it has you going through 2 chapters a week. I have a feeling we might have to stretch that a little more, but we'll see how it works once we get started. I did also purchase the instructor's guide with that, and what we use that for is just like we did with Middle Ages. We go over the comprehension questions, and there's usually a couple suggested activities that you can do to go along with the chapter. So that's usually what we do with early modern, but this is an excellent history resource, and I look forward to diving into early modern history with them. So that is history. Let's see, Tuesdays we usually do geography. I use Core Knowledge Geography. Put a picture up here because I access it online. It's 100% free, secular online. We started with geography kindergarten and worked our way up last year because again, neither of my kids had had any exposure to any type of geography before we started last year. So we got all the way to past Geography of the Americas, which I believe is 2nd grade. So we will start geography with world rivers, and the one after that I believe is exploring maps and world mountains, and it does a really good job. I just load the student reader on my kid's tablet. I load the teacher guides onto my computer, print any things I need to print along the way. It goes really well, and it's a really good geography unit, and it's free. So once we finish geography, because that obviously won't take us through the entire span of the year, 2 units, I've debated adding in foreign language at the end of the year because my 5.5-year-old wants to continue with Spanish, my 9-year-old wants to start French. So we'll see if there's time to fit that in at the end of the year after we finish geography. So on Wednesdays we do social justice. Social justice is a core subject in our homeschool. I have a video about that if you're curious. And what we use is Little Justice Leaders. It's a social justice themed subscription box aimed at children. I have a couple of reviews of these if you want to check them out. Not sponsored, just love the program. They are changing the program or the boxes. I learned recently, starting in August, you will only be getting the book and the little sheets that come with it. So it comes with a lot of these resource sheets. So you'll be getting the book, the resource sheets, everything else will be online resources. They want to be more conscious about waste and things like that. It used to come with some craft supplies. They're cutting that and putting more into resources that you can access online. So I'm curious to see how it will change when we get our August box. I'll keep you guys updated if it's something we still really enjoy, because we did enjoy the craft aspects. So we'll see if it is still working, but the content in itself is awesome. I really love that they pull from the groups of people being discussed from their point of view. I feel like when you're talking about social justice issue, it's very important to get points of view and opinions from that group of people. So I really appreciate that every contributor for each box is pulled from that group of people. And we've talked about really interesting things in the past. Again, check out those videos. So I'm looking forward to starting it again this year. We do not do this during the summer. We do it we start in August and go through May. That is when we do the subscription boxes, but that is what Wednesday is. Thursday and Friday is dedicated to science, and we have been using Core Knowledge Science. Again, wonderful, online, free, all those wonderful things. This summer we started a human body unit, and again, check out my summer plans if you want to see how I incorporated science in there. But we are doing a human body study, and we will not finish by the end of summer, but we will continue on before we start the grade level core knowledge. Core knowledge is separated by grades, first grade, second grade, so it's at level, which I really like, but I want to finish our human body unit first. So again, this is the experiment book we'll be using. I pull the outline from core knowledge, and then I just add in supplements when I see necessary. So different books we get from the library, sticker books, different activities to make it. I mean, core knowledge does have activities for every single human body unit they have, but I like to change it up a little. We started with the kindergarten level of human body because they build upon, what I love about core knowledge is it builds upon the previous information you learned. So we started with human body unit in kindergarten and been slowly adding on to that for second grade. And in fifth grade, it starts with a reproduction and puberty unit. So I look forward to going through that. So once we get through that human body unit, we will start moving into the age-specific science for my 9-year-old, which would be fourth grade, which is, again, I'll put a picture up here, what it specifically covers. I think it's energy waves and different things like that. And if you didn't know, Core Knowledge recently released middle school science, so I highly recommend looking into that. It's a wonderful curriculum based on next generation science standards, free. We've really enjoyed it. So we will continue with Core Knowledge Science. The only other things we will be doing is hardcore art. So we do art once a week. This is something that kind of fell away last year that I didn't have a lot of resources for. Art always seemed to get pushed to the back burner. And I found these from another YouTube channel, and they've worked really well. So this is the first grade, I believe. Yes, this is grade 1, and I got the grade 4. So again, I love when things are level specific because it's not too much information for your child. It's just enough. And it does build upon what they've previously learned. So for example, these are very similar topics, but taught more to that age. So there's a lot less technical information in this, but there's a lot more technical information in the fourth grade book, and a little more complicated activities and things like that. But we've used it for the majority of summer. It's gone really well. So we would usually do a lesson a week, and the kids can obviously do it both together, which I really like. But it follows the same kind of outline as hardcore, the help that I showed. So again, you'll have a unit, and this is the fourth grade version. And then you'll have some questions and then a specific art activity to do with every unit. Simple, to the point, exactly what we need. And to give you an example, we just did for my 5.5-year-old, we did shapes. So we talked about shapes and paintings. They always give examples of actual paintings. And then the activity was she cut out shapes and made her own picture. So simple things like that that I really enjoy. It doesn't make art overwhelming. It's a fun activity to do together. So again, we'll do that once a week. We do have a homeschool co-op. I have a video. I am help running homeschool co-op. You can see that below. But what we'll be doing this year is we keep the similar schedule we did last year. Is we meet once a week. So 2 weeks out of the year, or 2 weeks out of the month, we do a nature-based curriculum. So we really like this. We just pull pretty much the topic idea, maybe the suggested resources, and it does have activities. So if you're learning about butterflies, it has a butterfly activity. But the Facebook group is extremely helpful with this as well. You can type in whatever topic you want, and you can see what everybody did for that and poll for that. So we do a nature twice a month. The third thing we do is a poetry tea time together. That's pretty simple. We don't make it overly complicated. Bring snacks, juice, and some poetry books. The fourth thing is we tend to do a specific activity. This year, or at least in the beginning of the year, we'll be doing photography as a group, which I think will be really fun. I found this National Geographic Kids Guide to Photography, and what's really nice is it talks specifically about, obviously the beginning is how to use a camera and different equipment basics and different things like that, how to make a pinhole camera, the basics. But what it's nice is it talks about different angles and different things. So when you're taking a picture, how to avoid it being blurry. So it goes over basic information about that, how to take a picture with that specific thing in mind, and then it will have an assignment for you to go out and do it. So I thought that would be fun for us to do as a group, is we learn this little bit of information about the camera or the angle or what we're trying to take a picture of, and then we go out as a group and we take that picture, and the kids can share what they took a picture of and how that relates to what we learned. So I thought that would be really fun. Excuse me. So that is what we will be doing as family. As you can see, there's a lot more into it than probably their individual units, but again, my youngest joins us for most of these things. It's not necessarily mandatory. She enjoys doing it with us. We'll see how my 2.5-year-old does with everything this year. Hopefully he keeps his nap. But if you have any questions, leave them down below. If not, thanks for watching.